everyone. Today is the first day of Ramadan, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fast due to malabsorption and the medications that I take regularly. Excuse the noise. sitting enjoying the next to the window, the only way that I can breathe from outside a little bit. I'm in the kitchen near the window, and the washing machine, which I've put on, is now sort of being washed. I'm looking out, enjoying seeing some guy sort of using a scooter going down with a big mask on his face. Since nobody is outside, he's like using the main road. It's not the scooter, one of the ones that you use on the leg and sort of these little holding things. But yeah, kind of cute. Caught my attention. But as much as I'm not fasting today, back to that, I am still feeling the Ramadan, still doing all that's needed, and it's sort of nostalgia moment because I've got the radio on, I've got the TV on, got other things on, sort of while I'm around at the moment, and it's playing old songs, things that what I grew up with and was fasting, and making me feel the whole Ramadan area. Now, the reason I'm not fasting during Ramadan is because I'm medically not well, and that is absolutely fine. So what I've done instead is that for the 30 days of fasting, I've given out, calculated how much my meals would come up to in a day, and donating that out to make sure that somebody who is able to and can't afford the food, to be able to sort of make sure that they are content for the whole month of Ramadan. And make sure that they're equipped for it additionally. So I'm basically sort of supporting someone. I have no idea who it is. There's many charity organisations that you can put your donations to, and they really do search, and it's not always in the UK. It's usually people outside in different areas in wars, or the houses are being torn down. So I'd rather make sure that, when they say that they really do give it to the needy, that I know that somebody's sort of taking on. What I'm doing here today, still for the nostalgia part, is I've decided to do an Egyptian, since coming originally from there. Even though I was born and raised here in the UK, there's many a times when we went to Egypt growing up during Ramadan, and spending time with the family there. Now, we're in lockdown, so the only way I can feel it here inside is to do the stuff that we used to do growing up with the family at home. Now, one of the memories that I have of the first day of Ramadan is having things like dried fruits, nuts, dates when you're breaking a fast. I've got all that. I'm taking it during the day anyway, because obviously these things are highly nutritional and just has a lot of iron, vitamins, things that I'm going to need anyway, which I'm not absorbing, but having small but often is always a good thing. What I've done for later on as well is I can't knead bread for my hand, but I do enjoy baking and stuff, but I wanted to do some flatbread with yogurt, so I'll try and walk up and show you what I've got. But I've got a little machine here which is on, and it's kneading the dough for me, and I'm letting that do while I'm just sitting down, and it's going to be sort of doing its own stuff. Once it's ready, I'll probably just sort of roll it out and put it in on the pan. Now, another thing that I remember from Ramadan is one of the desserts called Ali, which is literally translated to Ali's mum. And that's the Arabic version of what we know here in the UK as bread and butter pudding. But we don't use the custardy style, it's more milky, or sort of, originally it's meant to be used with buffalo milk because of the fat content, but it's also lactose free. It does contain a lot of nuts and stuff, and made from puff pastry, that's sort of dried out and similar to what's equivalent to puff pastry, and nuts and corn. So what I've ended up doing, I haven't done it yet and I'm not going to do it so often, is I've got some croissants, which is like running out of date, 20 seconds, so not completely out of date, but what I'm going to do is put it in the oven. It's a bit stale. I'm going to make it a little bit baked, dry up, then put it in. We've got the sort of designated sort of coconut. I've ground up the nuts and pistachio because my husband isn't able to do sort of the strong nuts properly, but at least it'll give it the flavours. We've got the raisins here, And I've got this is an additional for me, because I can't get all the stuff from Egypt here, or for the sake of self-shielding, I can't go out. So I've got crunchy nut cornflakes, which will go with that, with the puff pastry croissants. And it's got some nuts in there and honey, and it should give the little the flavour in addition to it, because I don't have the full fat milk, I don't have cream, so I'm having to utilise other stuff. I do have the condensed milk and 4 cups of milk here. This is a rice pudding or corn flour, Lebanese do it with the rice flour, but I'm going to be using that to thicken the milk, and basically just using what we've got, and then I'll be serving them into these, putting them in the oven, and later on in the evening we'll be able to do it. But I will be using some things like the orange blossom water, rose water, things like that. Usually we do it into a syrupy style and just do it. Now, because I'm always running out of breath, I'm having to sit down so many times, so obviously I'm doing things during the day as early as possible when I do have the energy. Let me sit back down because I'm absolutely shattered. Take my breath and continue. So this is part of some of the struggles which I'm finding at the moment, and funny enough, I got a phone call about half an hour ago from the government shielding department just asking how I am. Usually they keep updating me, but literally their question today was, "Hi, how are you?" I was like, "Fine, thanks. So what are you up to?" I'm like, "I'm sitting down watching TV. I'm about to go and cook." "Oh, that's nice. What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Oh my god, they're like calling me like a friend, just checking on me, having a chit chat." I'm fine, thanks. So I started talking to him. This is the first person I'm not used to him. It's like the first time he's calling. But he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just calling up to check on you and stuff like that, have a bit of a chit chat, just make sure you're doing all right." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go cook now." He's like, "Oh, if it wasn't for the shielding, you sound like you're doing some nice stuff. Can I come?" I was like, "Yeah, when the lockdown's over, you can come over, no problem." It's like the days that I do decide to cook and people are enjoying what I'm classifying, it's like, "You can't come over. I love you, would love you to come over. I'm not being horrible, but no, you can't come round. No, I can't send you the food. I'd love to." But it's made me notice how much I really do now enjoy doing this, and if the lockdown wasn't over, maybe I should still continue doing this. Now that we've managed to control having the meds come over and the food shopping coming once a week and stuff, I kind of enjoy that. I might actually, lockdown or not, continue that. And whatever energy I was using in trying to get our house sorted, I can continue doing this, because all the stuff that tired me out is now able to be delivered to my house, and I don't have to tire myself out and start focusing a little bit more on doing the things that I enjoy doing, or at least try to do it. I'm nowhere near as energy of being able to do food within like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Oh yeah, like multitask. No, I have noticed that it's nowhere near. And as much as I was feeling guilty for not being able to fast this year, and I was like, "Oh, shush, don't tell anybody." It's like, who am I kidding? Everybody kind of knows my health, where I am with my health. I was like, kind of subtly hinting it out to my GP on the phone. It's like, maybe I should try and see how it goes. And he was like, "Don't you dare. If you do, I will come and send something with whack your head around the thing and make sure that you like get unconscious, and I should be saying this stuff to you, but yeah, I will make sure that you knock out." I was like, "Thanks, did you get that message loud and clear?" "Yeah, I did. I want my head, I want my sanity still, thank you." What's left of it anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna continue doing what I need to do, but I'm gonna definitely rest. I'm gonna make myself, unfortunately, I know I shouldn't be saying this, but I need to drink at the moment. I'm starting to feel like my sugar level's dropping. So yes, I'm going to go sit down in the sitting room and visualize how this thing's going to come up. But don't you worry, I will be sending all those pictures, taking pictures of my end results, and I'll be posting onto my Facebook, me and Crest side. So please do have a look on there. Ad to come in, and I'm just loving the fact that I can hear the birds outside. It's such a shame this lockdown has come down through at times like this, but it's also making reflection, enjoying the wildlife out there. I'm sure they're enjoying it, without us human interaction ruining it for them. Yeah, what can I say? One thing that's adding to my breathing, by the way, I forgot to mention, last night I wasn't feeling too well. I did get up a couple of times, with feeling nauseous, and unfortunately I try not eat past 6 or 7 unless it's lots of drinks and fluids and things that are just sort of like grazing, but nothing that could be acidic or anything. I usually flake out quite early because of the meds. By the time at that stage it makes me really heavy-headed, but unfortunately I wasn't feeling too good. I must have had, we did sort of chili con carne last night, and I was enjoying it a little bit too much, to the stage that I think I've ate around 6:30, had some, and yeah, that sat heavy on me, and I did get up a couple of times, unfortunately bringing it back out, and it drains and it does affect on my breathing. I did crash out after that. Usually I wake up several times at night or I'm tossing and turning, but it really did take it out of me. So I think I'm a little bit slower today than I normally am. One thing that I've used, by the way, which I've also, a lot of people have asked me, what do you do in times when you're having to do the flatbread with yogurt or the Greek yogurt? I am so happy that people have thought of people like me and have done lactose-free versions of it. If not, I do have a sort of drops that goes with the lactose-free, but I've noted it's sort of like the enzymes that you put in milk or yogurt 24 hours before you want to use it. However, the drops doesn't seem to work on me. I still end up getting really sick. But Holland & Barrett, not that I'm advertising for them, or any pharmacy, but the Holland & Barrett seem to be the only ones that tablets sell lactose enzyme tablets in vegetarian or vegan capsules, and they say that you can take that before you have anything, if you're out on the go, or anything that isn't lactose free, or the lactose sugar being removed out of it. That seems to work with me absolutely fine. But where I can, I try to go vegan when I'm outside. Not that I've been out very much, and my appetite, that I've noticed when I come to walk, it sort of makes works my stomach, and suddenly I'm not hungry. I just feel, as you can see me getting up and down, I'm having to sort of feel like I'm so full that I'm burping. Not that there is anything, but I just feel really full, really full. So it's a struggle that if the only times that I put on weight seems to be the days when I'm here and relaxing, putting my feet up, and the food has been done so much earlier that I'm allowed to put my feet up and get hungry. And then if the food's next to me, then I can nibble. But if the minute I have to get up and start heating my food, there goes my appetite. So yes, I have been told eat little and often. And I'm now, when I first started the TPN, it used to be 4 times a week. Now it's 3 times a week. And during this lockdown, I have forgotten to mention that I will be doing a TPN tomorrow night, because I missed a day with a bit of a temperature. So I did the TPN last night, and I forgot to sort of record myself doing that, so I can show you what it is. But they've given me, they used to be able to prepare it, but they're trying to reduce the amount of contact for my sake, delivering these things. So they've given me ones that are shelf life rather than the ones that you put in the fridge, and they last a little bit longer. So they've given me 3 weeks worth of those. Instead of coming every other week, they really are trying to reduce sort of face-to-face contact. They can leave it without worrying about having to put it in the fridge, because the fresh ones, they do have to give it, it's only a life of 2 weeks, and they have to put it in the fridge, which means them coming in, and they don't want to do that. So when I come to do the TPN, I'll sort of try and get my better half record me, because I can't do both at the same time, hold my phone with the gloves and being sort of not shielding, sorry, but I will have my own protection, sort of personal protection, sort of the equipment on, so I can't be touching things that could potentially sort of transmit, sort of raise infections or whatever. But anyway, on that note, I shall love you and leave you all, and please don't forget to sort of check out my Facebook. If you have any questions, do let me know, and hope you enjoy what we're doing. Not that I'm doing much. But yeah, hopefully once this whole thing comes up, I'm trying to occupy myself as much as possible. And yeah, if there's anything you need to ask me in the meantime, please do. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like, please. Alright then, speak to you guys later. Bye.